friends, welcome to the world of discrete mathematics with me Kunal Aire on my YouTube channel. Here we are going to discuss the concept related with discrete mathematics. This session with new example related with mathematical induction. By method of induction, prove that 25 raised to n minus 1 is divisible by 24. Now this is not a sequence, okay? So this one is a constant term. So let P of n be a statement. What is the statement? That is 25 raised to n minus 1 is divisible by 24. So again, first step, that is step number 1. What is step number 1? That is basis of induction. So here we have to prove for P of 1, that is n is equal to 1. So therefore 25 raised to n minus 1 is equal to, put the value n is equal to 1, so we get 25 raised to 1 as a 25 minus 1 we get 24, equation number first. Therefore from equation 1, 24 is divisible by 24. Therefore P of 1 is true for n is equal to 1. Now step number 2, we have to assume that step number 2, that is induction step. We have to assume that P of k is true for some k belongs to capital N. That is 25 raised to n is replaced by what? K. N is replaced by k. That is 25 raised to k minus 1 is divisible by 24. Equation number second. Now step number 3. यहाँ पे भी आपका same step कहाँ पे use होने वाला है? For the step number 3 के लिए. So step number 3, prove for P of k plus 1. Step का नाम क्या देते हैं हम लोग? That is a induction hypothesis. Okay. So therefore here we have to prove that 25 raised to k plus 1 minus 1 is divisible by 24. Now this one is not a sequence. ये sequence नहीं है तो इसलिए k is replaced by what? K plus 1. If there is a sequence, that time we have to add one extra term. Now यहाँ पे ये constant term है तो k is replaced by what? K plus 1. So is equal to, we can write this term as 25 raised to k into 25 minus 1. As अगर बेस सेम है तो दैट टाइम एडिशन ऑफ क्या होता है आपका? इंडाइसेस. नाउ इस 25 को हम लोगों को इस तरह से स्प्लिट करना है कि वन टर्म इज डिविजिबल बाय 24. सो वी कैन राइट इट एज 25 raised to k within the bracket 24 plus 1 minus 1. Now multiply by 25. So we get 25 raised to k into 24, then plus 25 raised to k minus 1. Now this is a multiple of 24 and this is equation number second, equation 2, right? And this one is multiple of 24. Now on RHS both terms are, therefore on RHS both terms are divisible by 24. Therefore P of k plus 1 is true, right? So therefore by principle of mathematical induction. P of n is true for n belongs to capital N, right? So simple example है, यहाँ पे अगर आपका 25k -1 दिया है तो दिस इज अ कांस्टेंट टर्म, ये कांस्टेंट टर्म है, राइट? सो कांस्टेंट टर्म रहेगा तो आपको सिंपल एग्जांपल इस तरह से सॉल्व करना है. सेम स्टेप नंबर 1, देन स्टेप नंबर 2 एंड स्टेप नंबर 3. सो यहाँ पे कोई सीक्वेंस नहीं है, तो सीक्वेंस अगर है तो दैट टाइम हम लोग एक टर्म ऐड करते हैं. सीक्वेंस नहीं तो हम लोगों को क्या करना है, यहाँ पे रिप्लेस करना है, राइट? सो यहाँ पे इसलिए हम लोगों ने इस टर्म को रिप्लेस किया है. k इज रिप्लेस बाय व्हाट? k plus 1. Let's see the next example. By method of induction, prove that 8 raised to n minus 3 raised to n is a multiple or divisible. Multiple और divisible के लिए same concept से example solve करना है. By 5 for n greater than equal to 2. So again, starting from the step number 1. So उसके पहले हम लोगों को consideration करना है p of n. Let p of n be a statement. What is the statement? That is 8 raised to n minus 3 raised to n is multiple, okay, multiple or divisible by what? 5. So हम लोग multiple के लिए solve करते हैं, वो divisible के लिए भी आपका हो जाएगा यहाँ पे. Now step number 1. Step number 1, basis of induction. Now what is basis of induction? That is proof for p of 1, that is n is equal to 1. So therefore 8 raised to 1 minus 3 raised to 1, here we get 8 minus 3 is equal to 5, equation number first. Therefore from equation 1, 5 is multiple or divisible by what? 5. Therefore p of 1 is true for n is equal to 1. Now step number 2. What is step number 2? That is induction step. Now in induction step we have to assume that p of k is true for sum k belongs to capital N. So therefore 8 raised to k minus 3 raised to k is multiple or divisible by what? 5. इक्वेशन नंबर सेकंड. सेम इक्वेशन आपका कहाँ पे ये यूज होने वाला है? फॉर स्टेप नंबर 3 के लिए. सो व्हाट इज स्टेप नंबर 3? स्टेप नंबर 3 इज इंडक्शन हाइपोथेसिस. सो हियर वी हैव टू प्रूव फॉर व्हाट? p of k plus 1, that is 8 raised to k plus 1 minus 3 raised to k plus 1 is multiple or divisible by what? 5. Now again यहाँ पे ये constant term है, constant term है तो हम लोगों को k is replaced by what? k plus 1. So we can write this term as 8 raised to k into 8 minus 3 raised to k into 3. Now इस 8 को हम लोग इस तरह से स्प्लिट कीजिए कि वन टर्म इज डिविजिबल बाय व्हाट? 5. सो 8 रेज़ टू k, तो 8 को हम लोग इस तरह से लिख सकते हैं, राइट? 5 plus 3 minus 3 raised to k into 3. Now multiply by 8. So we get 5 into 8 raised to k plus 3 into 8 raised to k minus 3 raised to k into 3. Now from the last two terms, take 3 as a common term. So here we get 5 into 8 raised to k, then plus 3 take as a common term. Here we get 8 raised to k minus 3 raised to k. Now from equation 2. Okay, this term is multiple or divisible by 5, and this is nothing but the multiple of, this is 8. Okay, 5 into 8 raised to k is a multiple of what? 5. So therefore on RHS both terms are multiple or divisible by 5. Therefore P of k plus 1 is true. Therefore by principle of mathematical induction. What is the mathematical induction? Therefore that is step number 1, step number 2, step number 3 तीनों क्या होने चाहिए आपके? True होने चाहिए. So we can write P of n is true for n belongs to capital N. Now let's see another example. By the method of induction, prove that the sum of the cubes of 3 consecutive numbers. 3 consecutive numbers means, for example, 1, 2 and 3. These are the 3 consecutive numbers. लगातार नंबर होने चाहिए आपके. Natural numbers is divisible by 9. Let's consider these 3 numbers are n minus 1. Then second number is n, and third number consider as a n plus 1. So let P of n. What is the P of n? That the sum of the cubes. P of n is equal to n minus 1 bracket cube plus n cube plus n plus 1 bracket cube is divisible by what? Is divisible by 9. Starting from the step number 1. What is step number 1? Basis of induction. So basis of induction में क्या करना हम लोगों को? Prove for P of 1, that is n is equal to 1. So therefore here we get n is replaced by 1. 1 minus 1 cube, then 1 cube plus 1 bracket cube is equal to 1 minus 1, here we get 0, then plus 1 cube is equal to 1, and 1 plus 1 2, 2 cube is equal to 8. So here we get 9. Now which is divisible by 9. Therefore P of 1 is a true. Therefore P of n is true for n is equal to 1. Now go for the step number 2. Step number 2, that is induction step. What is induction step? Assume that P of k is true for sum k belongs to capital N. That is, now n is replaced by what? K. So k minus 1 bracket cube plus k cube plus k plus 1 bracket cube is equal to, यहाँ पे ये टर्म हम लोगों को सॉल्व करना है अभी. दैट इज a माइनस बी ब्रैकेट क्यू का फॉर्मूला, और यहाँ पे a प्लस बी ब्रैकेट क्यू का फॉर्मूला यूज होगा आपका. दैट इज k क्यूब माइनस 3k स्क्वायर, देन प्लस 3k माइनस 1 प्लस नेक्स्ट टर्म इज k क्यूब, देन नेक्स्ट टर्म k क्यूब प्लस 3k स्क्वायर प्लस 3k, देन प्लस 1 प्लस 1 माइनस 1 यहाँ पे गेट कैंसल. After that 3k square plus 3k square minus 3k square get cancelled. So next value we get k cube plus k cube plus k cube. So we get 3k cube. Then plus 3k plus 3k we get 6k. So this is equation number first. Now step number third. Induction hypothesis. That is proof for P of k plus 1. So proof for what? P of k plus 1. Again this one is a constant term, not a sequence. So क्या proof करना है हम लोगों को यहाँ पे? that is k plus 1 minus 1 bracket cube plus k plus 1 bracket cube plus k plus 1 bracket cube. So 1 minus 1 यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा 0. Okay, then 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So we get here k cube plus k plus 1 bracket cube plus k plus 1 bracket cube. Sorry, not a 1, that is a 2 is equal to k cube. Again use the same formula, a plus b bracket cube, k cube plus 3k square plus 3k plus 1. Now plus k cube. So यहाँ पे कौन सा फॉर्मूला यूज करना हम लोगों को, दैट इज a प्लस बी ब्रैकेट क्यूब का. ओके, क्या फॉर्मूला रहेगा, a क्यूब प्लस 3a स्क्वायर b प्लस 3ab स्क्वायर प्लस b क्यूब. राइट, तो यहाँ पे a का वैल्यू क्या है k और b का वैल्यू क्या है 2. सो k क्यूब प्लस 3 इंटू a स्क्वायर मीन्स व्हाट k स्क्वायर इंटू 2. सो क्या मिलने वाला है यहाँ पे, वी गेट हियर 3 इंटू k square into 2, so we get 6k square plus next term is a 3ab square, so 3 into a का value क्या है k. Now 2 square means what, 4, 4 3s are 12, so here we get 12. So 12 क्या मिलना चाहिए यहाँ पे आपका 12k and then plus b cube means what 2 cube. 2 cube is equal to what 8. Now k cube we get 3k cube, then plus 3k plus 12k we get a 15k plus 8 plus 1 we get a 9. So 15 को अगेन स्प्लिट कर दो फ्रॉम इक्वेशन नंबर 1. इक्वेशन नंबर 1 क्या है हम लोगों का, दैट इज 3k क्यूब प्लस 6k. तो 15 को हम लोगों को स्प्लिट करना है एज अ 6k के हिसाब से. तो कैसे करेंगे हम लोग, इज इक्वल टू 3k क्यूब प्लस 6k. तो रिमेनिंग वैल्यू क्या रहेगा आपका, दैट इज अ 9k. यहाँ पे और एक वैल्यू आपका रहेगा, दैट इज अ k स्क्वायर. 3k स्क्वायर और 6k स्क्वायर कितना आएगा आपका यहाँ पे प्लस 9k स्क्वायर प्लस 9k स्क्वायर प्लस 9 is equal to 3k क्यूब प्लस 6k. ये एक टर्म हो गया, प्लस फ्रॉम द रिमेनिंग टर्म्स फ्रॉम लास्ट थ्री टर्म्स, राइट, फर्स्ट टू एंड थर्ड टर्म, take 9 as a common term. So within the bracket we get k square plus k plus 1. Now look, this is a multiple of 9 and from equation number, which equation number, from equation, this equation number 1, k cube plus 6k. So from equation number 1, and this is a multiple of what, 9. So therefore on RHS both terms are divisible by 9. Okay, therefore P of k plus 1 is true. Therefore by principle of mathematical induction, what is the principle of mathematical induction, that is step number 1, step number 2 और step number 3 क्या होना चाहिए आपका, ट्रू होना चाहिए. तो यहाँ पे ट्रू हो रहा है, मीन्स P of n is true for all n belongs to capital N. Again in next session we'll see the examples related with mathematical inductions. If you like my video, then like it, share it and subscribe to my channel. If you want more videos related with the discrete mathematics, then don't forget to click on bell icon button.